Good evening, everyone. My name is Kundan Kumar Rai, customer lead at CINFONET. So thank you so much, Wire India, for having me within this event. So so we are just going to have a discussion about the today's problem about the cyber threats, how which has been becoming more and more complicated. Yeah, so I'll begin my session with the introduction, right? So who we are. So CINFONET, which is a national distributor for the Kaspersky. So we have been working with the Kaspersky, having the partnership 16 plus years. And we have a channel partner networks across the pan India and working with the active 2000 plus resellers. So actually the vision of this entire, which has been founded by our the two founders, which is Mr. Biswajit Saha and Rakesh Tiwari. So who has been formed a team and having their presence across the pan India with every aspects. And so we have received also most value added distributors for the multiple brands. So which Kaspersky, we take care of their entire portfolio in India, right? So in fact, so also to begin with Kaspersky, so you know about Kaspersky when it has been started their business almost around 27 years ago. So in fact, it has been founded in 1997. One third of the Kaspersky team members who has been dedicated to R&D. In fact, so it has been 5,000 plus highly qualified team members who has been actively participating, and it also do be participating to unique approach, right? Now, how, in fact, this entire stack of the Kaspersky solutions, they have been built in with the on-premise, and it has been working in the many of the core institution of the Indian regulatory bodies, right? So if we look out Ministry of Defense and anywhere the core industry of the Indian, right, the Indian government, it has been deployed and protecting the critical infrastructure. So, so Kaspersky also taken one unique initiative, and they have formed a team called as GREAT, the GRET team, which is Great Research and Analysis team. So this GREAT team who has been located across the globe, right? So these team members, what they do, we know that in today's world right now, how threat actors are becoming smart and smart. So they are also similar, they have a own ecosystem. Somebody has been creating a virus, somebody been running a botnet spam, right? Somebody is running the spam campaigns. So in fact, what happened exactly? So it becomes more and more complicated, right? So what exactly right now Kaspersky is trying to solve this problem with this great team who has been locally positioned across the globe, who has been tracking multiple APT groups. So these APT groups been running such campaigns. So in fact, it has been just going to be take it down. So also it has been having multiple alliances with the different geographical locations by the different nations, which helps them to be take down of those the malicious activities. Now, how CINFONET takes this entire this Kaspersky portfolio in India. So this is our core expertise, where we deliver end-to-end, right? So end-to-end deliver means like first we start this activity to understand the customers' needs, like, you know, what exactly. So many of the cybersecurity company, if you look out in the market, they have been just coming and flooding with their own existing whatever it is been there, right? So we have been taken a unique approach, which has been first we identify what exactly we need, right? And according to that, we plan, right, what exactly it should be delivered, we design the solution, present to the customer, and finally we understand, okay, mutually it fits the requirement, and we encourage them, right? So encourage means to just go through the POC phases. So we believe in 100% transparency, right? So where they evaluate the solution, okay, this has been meeting the requirement, and finally we go with the implementation plan. So this end-to-end, not only that, post implementation, we also having a approach to go through the health assessment, right? So post that health assessment, we identify okay, after deployment, is there any kind of a misconfiguration? Is there any gaps which has to be improved? We do the complete this exercise, and we submit to the respective concerned members. Now, after having this meeting, we work on to be fix and implement the mitigations about all aspects to be ensures, okay, now it has been inline and it has been protecting, the entire infrastructure. So this is how our approach is. Also, I would like to just give a quick, I'll talk about the today's problem nowadays. Most of the organizations who has been facing a problem about, they don't have the much of the visibility, right? So what exactly which is happening in a network. And so also, once you don't know what exactly has been happened and to be get it analyzed, it takes a very long time. So if we don't have the correct information, we also do response very late, correct? In case of any kind of a cyber attack which has been initiated, one machine which is infected, now we try to identify why this has been happened. So we are too late. And for any company, employee is the weakest link, right? So technically giants who are been technically aware, they have been pretty much known what kind of email to open, what kind of attachment to open, but the general employees who don't know about the cyber security terms, right? So generally mails comes, they open an attachment open and the computer infected, right? Once that has been infected, it has also leading to get it spreaded across the network, and where in fact it has been going to be disturb the entire process. So to solve this problem, multiple security solutions which has been approached. Now look at this slide where nowadays organizations who deploy EDR solutions, the organizations deploy the NDR tools, the organizations deploy the SIEM solutions, where if you look out EDR which has been focused to protecting endpoint data, right? So where they have been working like, okay, whatever the endpoint data, the NDR tool which has been focused to the network traffic, and SIEM who has been collecting all the data over there, right? So since these all been work in a silo manner, right? That is a traditional approach for any kind of each solutions which has been work individually, and that's actually creates a blind spot, and which actually attackers always, that is a sweet spot for them where they identify the vulnerability and take the advantages from there. Now, to fix this problem, nowadays in industry, which has been approached with the XDR, which is extended detection and response mechanism. So this XDR piece of things, which is going to solve this entire problem to collecting the data at a central point. And in fact, that is how the Kaspersky build across all of their solutions, starting with endpoint security, right? So thanks for this leadership endpoint security, which is equipped with multiple various technologies driven by latest threat detection technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence, having all the aspects to be cover, actively monitor in real time what exactly which is happening right now. And when it's needed, it takes to be take it down. So on right-hand side, when you look out this, not only the endpoint, within the network, you also having a multiple other equipments. Now, when we talk about north and south traffics, which has been coming from the perimeter, which is firewall and switches and couple of other utilities, which is get monitored and inspected. But in the data center servers, where the actually main data which has been resides in, it is getting unmonitored. So to get and fix this problem, exactly Kaspersky having the NT-targeted attack platform named with Kata, and other email security they have been having to protecting email platforms. And also it has been another utility piece of the solutions called as KSAP Automated Security Awareness Platform. So this awareness platform tools which helps the companies to be train their end users, right? So these end users who don't know about how they can use their email, whether they should be upload any data on the social media or not, right? So this has been commonly, many of the organizations facing this problem. So this KSAP fixed this entire stack of this problem. Now, so this approach, that is XDR, which combines and collects the data, aggregate, and it convert to the incident, right? So what exactly the IT administrator needed? It need to be just check that what exactly has happened, when it has happened, right? And how to respond it. So about the mitigation end to end, the complete threat monitoring, threat response. In fact, this XDR piece of things which is going to help to solve this entire problem. Now, some of the organizations, they think that do we really need the XDR? So very few of the organizations who has been taken initiative to be doing the gap analysis, risk analysis to first they should understand what exactly the risk. So when we come to know that when we are under attack, at that time particular we see that okay, now these are the problems right now, we have to be just address it, right? So fixing the problem after coming into the problem time, this is not a correct approach. So prevention is the best mechanism. Now, so what exactly XDR focus? That is on mean time to detect, how early you can detect it. So once we come to know like, okay, some of the incident which has been coming up and which is targeting the organizations. So first it will be focused to be identify their RCA, the root cause analysis, and according to that which helps to respond it. That is mean time to detect, right? So this MTTD and MTTR, these two approaches which helping the organizations to be just implemented the better security postures. Apart from this, not only that, so Kaspersky also been into the OT security and threat intelligence, a company who has already been established their SOC, right? So this entire SOC tools who has been focused to monitor, but how early we can detect it. So we know that locally we have multiple law enforcement agencies, which is like the police administration is there. We have other agencies who has been doing the forensics, couple of other like a border security, right? Also we have different other agencies who has worked for their own aspects. Similar, Kaspersky having within their portfolio called as threat intelligence. So they have been gathering all the intelligence from the dark web. They have been monitored more than 2 million accounts over the social media. They also review the third-party applications. And in fact, after collection of those intel, they have been sharing to, in fact, these all the SOC members. So it helps the SOC member. Now also some questions comes like who is behind the attack? So maybe some of the threat actor right now who is been targeting particular company, right? So even we come to know that all right, the threat schemes we have been mitigated. Now after mitigations, the threat attribution engine, the another threat intel service which helps to discover, right, who was the threat actor, from where it has been originated, and this services only few of the cyber security company which been take care, and that is how it has been well positioned to be working and taking care for the all aspects of the cyber threats. So that's it from my side about the Kaspersky, and which C-INFONET take cares for the entire portfolio. So this is my contact number and email address. So how mutually we can, just get connected in the upcoming time. Yeah, thank you so much.